Impact. New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact. Hosted by Saleh Al Mahthuri.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m.
Every week on the Nation Station.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Impact, a weekly edutainment and knowledge sharing program at Live specific to share with you topics that contribute knowledge to the society. Every week, Impact hosts and invites guests that are expert, professional, and leaders from the field that bring wealth of knowledge to you. Impact also highlights and promotes talents in the country that contribute knowledge and success to the nation. This program, ladies and gentlemen, is a weekly session that I will have with you every Tuesday at 5 p.m. and every Sunday at 9 a.m. I'm your host, Saleh Al Mahthuri, along with our studio engineer, DJ Safia, for an hour bringing you free knowledge at your doorsteps on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Okay, stay tuned after this music break for today's interesting personality and today's impacting Welcome back to Impact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Saleh Al Mahthuri, along with our studio engineer, DJ Safia, with you here live today on Oman Radio FM 90.4. From being a professional and certified trainer to owning a gym. Now, what would it take to turn your passion into a business? Well, who could better explain this than my guest today, coach and trainer Saleh Al Mahthuri, the founder and owner of 24/7 Fitness Center. Saleh has been working out since the young age and has been actively training as a passion. Today, Saleh not only serves customers and as a trainer, but also has taken the step of turning his passion into a business, the 24/7. Now, I'm very pleased today to welcome coach and trainer Saleh today here with us on Oman Radio FM 90.4 to discuss about his journey. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Coach Saleh, how are you doing today?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm doing very well, and thank you very much for this generous introduction, Tariq.
Indeed, Coach Saleh, let me be factual in terms of the information. Coach Saleh, the kind of activities that you do, the training that you are sharing. In fact, I personally have gone through the journey myself from being, chubby into, alhamdulillah, being better thanks to your guidance and advice that you've been giving all the time. Now, the reason why I have you here today for two things. I don't want to be selfish and for only me to know about the tricks and things that you've been doing. I would like all the people to learn from your wealth of knowledge. Needless to mention, also talk about your new business, the 24/7 Fitness Center. Being an SME owner, how do you go about turning your passion into a business? So we're very happy to have you here and thank you for coming on board today.
Thank you.
Coach Saleh, briefly tell us about yourself.
I started the business just a little over 4 months. And I've thought about this for a long time. It started off back in 2012.
Okay.
I have always been passionate about sports anyway, in general. I started with football, then it turned it into various activities.
MashaAllah.
And lately I have indulged into a journey basically to look into the sports nutrition and medicine.
Okay.
And to see how that can affect my life, my lifestyle, and my living, and how can I actually contribute to the society in that matter.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Now, what made you get into weightlifting, gym, and training? Is there a history behind it? What am I trying to say, Coach Saleh, is this. Some people get into going to the gym and so on is because maybe they're obese or they're fat. Some people because they want to look good. There is a wedding coming out. Some people want to go to the beach and show off the six packs. What's your story?
In actual fact, it's not really about any of the none of these exact reasons, but I just wanted to do something in fitness in general. Okay. And I wanted to be an example before I start, giving advices to anybody else.
MashaAllah.
And so I worked myself through all these years just to get to the state where I could actually, having gone through that journey, I could actually advise people and tell them what they can do, what they cannot do in order to get just healthy. It doesn't matter the size. I mean, you really don't have to be the Hulk in order to be healthy or to be fit. All you have to do is just a little bit of exercise every now and then in order to just get yourself into a health state.
Okay. When you say healthy state, what do you mean by that, Coach Saleh?
I mean, into turning yourself into a person whom is not, if we word it literally, not sick, and or in other words, is just basically picking up your your proper food, your nutrition, trying knowing what you eat. Even when you go and buy grocery or buy any kind, even fast foods for that matter, sometimes you can even be a little bit more picky in choosing on the day of your on a cheat day.
Okay, so losing weight, bulking up, shaping up, it's not only about going to the gym. It's also about eating right. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say 70 to 80% is that.
Is that?
Yeah, it's just more about nutrition and lifestyle than going to the gym. Because eventually, you just go to the gym. I would say, stretching it maybe 1.5 hours.
Okay.
But that's that's just as about it. The rest of the day, 23 hours, you're outside the gym. That has to count for something. And so it's about 70% of your time or of your health is actually nutrition.
Okay. Tell us one thing, Coach Saleh. What is the difference in terms of when someone says, I want to lose weight, I want to stay fit, and I want to bulk up when it comes to going to a gym? You are someone who is a coach and a trainer and also an owner of a business right now. What would it mean? So someone goes to the workout, goes to the gym, they necessarily do the same thing, right? But some people use the word losing weight, some people use, bulking up and staying fit. What can you say about this, Coach Saleh?
What we can say is it depends on your goal. So if your goal is to lose weight, there are certain techniques that you can use, though even for lifting weights for that matter. If you're trying to lose weight, there are certain different techniques to do that. There are different techniques to bulking as well as staying in shape. So it really depends on person's or someone's target as to what exactly they're trying to achieve. And normally we tailor a program towards what exactly they are trying to do.
Okay, so it depends on your goal. Then one would follow certain program or certain nutrition or the like. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because in general, you would see that people, especially who are trying to lose weight, the first thing they think about is going on a treadmill. And they start in, just go like 1 hour or so, just on the treadmill. They may get result at the beginning, but then at some point they will plateau.
Okay.
And that's a problem when they actually don't know what else is there.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Coach Saleh. We're going to take a quick break right now and return back to our exciting discussion on health and fitness. Welcome back to Impact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Tariq Hilal Al-Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Safia, with you here today live on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Now, before the music break, Coach Saleh, we talked about the weight. You've got losing weight, staying fit, and bulking up. Now, in terms of workout and the nutrition, is it same on all three, or you need to be doing something different?
Actually, it's all different. If you're trying to bulk up, you probably want to eat a lot. And it's just simple math. I mean, you eat more and you lift more, you're going to get big.
Okay.
As simple as that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes some genetics play a role in making you either too big or too small. But in general, and you're talking about the general population of people, that's how it works. Losing weight, on the other hand, is mostly cutting on carbohydrates. Okay. It's something probably, if I have one advice to somebody, is that they should cut on sugar and flour products.
Okay.
These are the two. This is like more than 60-70% of your nutrition problems, I would say.
Okay. No, that's one of the most difficult things. Yeah, cutting off white, so you go from your bread, from your chapati, mandazi, and all those kind of things. It becomes very difficult, Coach Saleh.
Yeah, I understand, and it's always tempting, especially when you go, when you go back to your mom's house. That when all normally starts and ends. But considering that you do that once a week or so, I don't think it's a problem. As long as you don't eat any carbs, especially after 6 p.m., you're good. You're okay. You can actually lose weight quite dramatically if you cut on sugar and carbs.
Okay. Coach Saleh, tell me about one thing. You are fit, mashallah, you look very good. What is your schedule like when it comes to workout?
I try to hit on, lifting in the morning. It's kind of the best time I'm with a clear head.
Okay.
And do a little bit of cardio, and I have to run some classes in the evening.
Okay.
So I do some classes back at the gym.
Okay.
So I would say twice a day, maybe each 45 minutes. So total 1.5 hours, I think, in a day.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
So if I want to be Amr tomorrow, I need to have 2 sessions a day. Is that right?
I think you can do it with one session a day. To be honest, it's just the way it happens that I have to do it twice. But 1 hour a day, or even 30 minutes a day to 45 minutes, is really more than enough.
MashaAllah. Coach Saleh, tell us about your passion and how you turned it into a business. How did it all go? I want you to tell us the whole journey and the process that it took you, and from being passionate all the way to setting up a business which is 24/7. Is that right?
Yes.
Please tell us about it.
So after I thought about having some sort of fitness center here in Oman, and I've looked into so many places, and I haven't seen that around, especially here in Muscat. We lack this kind of fitness centers where they tell people about nutrition before they tell them about working out, because it's really bigger part than they just working out for 1 hour. And then hitting the society or contributing to the society from different angles, educating kids, older people, the young guys, the young generation, basically females and males. And then I thought, why don't I just try and do something? So I partnered up with some of my friends, and then we decided let's give this a try.
Okay.
Yeah, and so far things have been working very well.
MashaAllah. Now, how would you compare yourself to other gyms who are there already?
In what sense?
I could tell one thing, for example, you are certified trainer in which you like to go out, and when you see people, for example, I was working out, you came to me and spoke to me and gave me some tips, and all the way I've jumped to working with you. So how would you compare yourself as a gym compared to the other gyms which are there? Let's say if there's a number of gyms, I don't want to mention the names, but how would you compare yourself? Is it something, would you say, an addition to help other business to do? Or you say, no, it's something different and unique what you're trying to do?
I'm trying to do something that should have been done a long time ago. Yes, it's a little bit different than what other gyms are doing. It's all about just getting fit. I mean, it's really that simple. I mean, I'm not trying to promote any elite athletes or anything. We're just trying to keep the society as healthy as we can.
Okay.
And so that's the message I'm trying to send across, even for people who come in the gym and, say, for example, come in and buy membership for 1 month. I would like them, even if they don't renew, that they could have gone out with some sort of advice or something that they can remember for the rest of their lives. And so what I do is that when people come to me, unlike other gyms, I do not want people to look like me or look like someone else in the gym who's bulky or big. I just ask them what's their goal, what's their target, so that we can get them from their point, let's say point A to point B, to what they want to go.
Okay. Do you believe that starting a business that you're passionate about is a far more better than starting a business without what you're passionate about? So someone says, I just want to start a business to make money, and start a business because I'm passionate. Do you believe there's a difference with that?
I believe that there's a big difference. Knowing what you do and getting yourself involving yourself into the business is way much different than if you're just trying to make some money. The ways are different. The way you look at your business or the people or as a society or as needs of people will be different. Yes, at the end, you want to survive. You want to stay in business. I understand, but if you contribute genuinely to the society, I don't think money will become a problem at any point in time.
Okay.
So the idea is that if you're really passionate about something, if you love what you do, you are bound to do the best you can.
Okay. We're going to take a quick break right now, Coach Saleh, and return back to our exciting discussion on health and fitness. Welcome back to Impact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Tariq Hilal Al-Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Safia, with you here live today on Oman Radio FM 90.4. Our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, is Coach Saleh, who is also the owner of 24/7 Fitness, and he is here with us today to speak about how to start up your own business and also how to live healthy as well. Coach Saleh, talking about the business that you already have, let's say someone wants to start up a gym. What advice would you give to him or her?
The first thing is that get the right people. Research the market, know who are your clients. It's very important that you know what you're trying to achieve. You need to know that you have clients that they're actually in need of you before starting or opening your own gym. Yes, there are always competition around, but it's very important that you have a message to send across.
And what are the challenges that you have faced so far or have faced when you came about opening up your business, Coach Saleh?
Oh, I could talk for forever about that. It's just the bureaucracies or the obstacles I faced from different, I guess, ministries and municipality and all that. Those took a very long time, and at some point, I don't feel like they really are trying to help the SMEs or small business, and small and medium enterprises. There's just a lot of rules that you have to go through. There are a lot of documents they ask, and it's just sometimes it becomes over the limit. Sometimes you don't even anticipate, and then this delay things. Speaking personally, I could have opened the business maybe more than 9 months ago, but just because of all of these delays that happened from different parts of the governmental entities, that made it just happen last December.
Last December. So it took you 9 months to open up the business?
Yes. Well, ideally I could have opened it at least back in March 2016.
Okay. What do you think should be different or be changed in order to see this transition or this setup or process smooth?
I believe they should look at each business genuinely. They should look into see what these people are trying to do. If we request for employees, for staff, they should or clearances. They should have a team. Let them look into not all people are the same, and they should make things quite a little bit easier for SMEs. We're trying to enrich the society. We're trying to enrich the economy, but at the same time, we're not getting the support from the various entities.
Okay.
And as I said, that's the main problem with the when I started trying to open the business.
Okay. Now, every person with an idea who would like to turn that idea into something practical and something of a reality, they would need to have the right people, they would need to the right system, business plan, and so on. Money is also something that they need to look into. How did you go about your business?
One thing I tried to do, I reached out to banks, of course, and that was one option to do. But then I said maybe I could have approached it differently. So I do have partners with me in this business, although they chose to stay silent at this point. But that's how I thought maybe the best way to do it without having to incur a lot of cost and interest on the bank loans.
Okay. And so it's important to have the right partners into the business in order to kick it off and to run it smoothly.
Yes.
How do you go about promoting your business?
We go through social media and brochures, and I guess the most powerful one is a word.
Word of mouth.
Yes, and we hear a lot of feedback from our customers and recommendations here and there. So it's been working very well, I believe. I'd like to say, but you'll always have customers who are not very happy or not very satisfied, and that's something you just can't you can't satisfy everyone. But we're trying our best. We're trying to improve, asking for feedback, and see if we could improve ourselves much better than before.
Okay. And so you mentioned social media being one of the platforms that you use to promote your business. And how do you do that?
Through basically Instagram, Facebook, YouTube channel, and as well as our own website.
And how do you find the effectiveness of these platforms in promoting your business?
It's unbelievably powerful. I mean, an advertisement could reach to a wide range of people in just a matter of seconds or sometimes minutes. Especially if you've got the right people, the right channels. You could spread a word, really faster than anything.
Now, Coach Saleh, every person I know, every successful person like yourselves has a role model. What would that be? Who is your role model?
Sort of got me on spot here, but
you must be having many, I guess.
Specifically, I'm not sure, but to be honest, my role model, not in fitness, but it's my father.
MashaAllah,
yeah,
MashaAllah.
It's my father. The way he strove in this life, the way he tried to raise us and just get us to where we are today. That's something I could fight for. And
MashaAllah, he must be listening to the program today.
I hope so.
Yeah, MashaAllah. Please pass on the regards to your dad and wish the very. Is he working out as well?
Not anymore. I don't think he fancy it so much.
Okay, will you get him back to it maybe?
I'm trying. I'm
Okay.
actually trying.
MashaAllah. That's very good. That's very good, Coach Saleh. How do you keep yourself motivated? You know, Coach Saleh, whenever I see you in the gym, whenever I see you outside, today I see you coming into the studio, MashaAllah, you're always pleasant, always happy, always talking with people nice, always trying to help. How do you keep yourself motivated?
One thing I try to do every day, try to make one person laugh or smile a day.
MashaAllah.
That's just the start. And always wake up early
Okay.
before everyone else.
MashaAllah.
I kind of, I don't know if that's the right thing to say, but I steal the clean air outside. It's like, it's really like in the morning, during dawn, it's probably the cleanest air outside.
Yeah.
Less cars, less people, and then you can just, breathe as much as you can of clean air. And you don't get to for the rest of the day, it's probably not the best time.
MashaAllah. Anything you wish to share before end of our program today, Coach Saleh?
Maybe it's just a word of thank you to my team back in the gym. I don't know if they've been listening because some of them may have some classes by now. But if they hear the recording, at least afterwards, I would like to thank them for their effort, for their continuous support, and and I thank everybody else who also supported me throughout this journey.
Coach Saleh, thank you very, very much for joining us today on Oman Radio FM 90.4 to share about your successful journey into the world of fitness. I would like to take this opportunity to wish you the very best and success in all that you do, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Tara. I wish you all the same as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our program for this week. I hope you all had an intriguing time with us. Let us catch up again next week on Tuesday, same time, 5 p.m. or at Sunday at 9 a.m. for an impact session. I'm Tariq Hilal Al-Barwani, along with our studio engineer, DJ Sophia, wishing you all a happy and a pleasant week. Ma'a salama.
Impact.
New talents, experts, and professionals in different fields.
Different topics that contribute knowledge to society.
And what's going on here in the Sultan.
It's Impact. Hosted by Tariq Al-Barwani.
Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Sundays at 9 p.m.
It's all here every week on the Nation Station.